Hey folks, Rob here. I just thought I'd do a quick update of the stuff that I traded and picked up at the Fright Night Film Festival in Louisville, Kentucky last weekend. So let's just get started with that. This is actually the only celebrity autograph I got at the show, Tom Atkins. I've been a big fan of his for a long time. And this artwork here is by Brad Parton. He does amazing work. Every letter of the alphabet is in every one of his pictures. So you've got Sam from Trick or Treat, and here's Clint Eastwood as the man with no name. Really cool stuff. Next up is Nathan Thomas Milner. I was really glad that he had some prints. I was really looking forward to meeting him at Horror Hound Indy, but unfortunately he didn't have any prints, so it was really awesome. He had these they were like packs at 20 for real cheap, and he and I did some trading, so he was nice enough to give me one of the packs with all of his prints in them. Really cool stuff. Really nice crow piece here, and as you can see, he's a artist for Horror Hound. You've probably seen his work on the cover and inside the magazine. He also did the comic Girl Number 3 that was adapted into a movie that I'm pretty sure is in here too. So, I mean, his line work, his details are amazing. I had the privilege of watching him draw a picture of Predator for Dead Pit member Crater, who hopefully will post pictures soon. It was an amazing piece. And here's Girl Number 3. I opted for the VHS, just the I think it was the House of the Devil inspired retro VHS with the stickers on it, and Nathan was kind enough to sign that for me. Just they did a really cool job on the packaging here. I really like this one here. It says Be Kind Rewind. Having worked in a video store for years, it kind of takes me back to see one of these. And this artwork here is by Jason Craig, who I'm sure you're familiar with from Freddy vs. Jason. And T-Shirt Joe has bought a lot of his original artwork. He was kind enough to trade with me too. Really, really cool stuff. I know this next piece, the Star Wars piece, actually Joe owns the original of now. And I think he's planning on selling that. So if you're interested at all, look up Joe Incognito and make him an offer. This work here of the Tall Man is by Chris Kucha. I know I'm probably slaughtering his last name, but he's a really good horror artist who was also kind enough to work all these trades with me. Actually, I think Tom Atkins is the only person I gave money to at this show. Everybody else was nice enough to trade. I really like this picture of Jason too, and of course Dr. Tongue, which has always been one of my favorite zombies, even though he's only in the movie for a millisecond. There's just something about him. I really like his brushwork on this piece. Next up, I got this Bane of the Werewolf comic book from Rob E. Brown, who's a fellow classic horror monster film I just screwed that up. Classic monster film board member. This is an awesome piece of Vincent Price. Also, we traded, and I got this Glenn Strange Frankenstein, which is the only. I haven't done that piece yet. I need to do a Glenn Strange. This stuff here is actually from the Darkwoods Festival, but I found in a book recently. I forgot I had this stuff. This is by an artist called Paul May, and he does some amazing work. I mean, the detail, the line work is just amazing. I love this frog who's like taking a piss or something here. I don't know exactly what's shooting out of that But he looks so impatient with his arm there, just like, hurry up already, I'm done. And this poor turtle, he doesn't look too amused, and you know something bad's about to happen. I don't even want to know what it is. There's a storm a-brewing. I was also lucky enough to do some more trading with T-Shirt Joe, and he gave me these amazing shirts. Halloween 2, deadpit.com. This is a great Creepshow shirt I was lucky enough to get. There was a bunch more shirts, but unfortunately they're in my washing machine right now. Joe also recommended that I pick up this movie. I'm going to check this out. He said it's the most Lovecraftian film he's ever seen. It's also made by these guys here with Atomic Age Cinema. They were handing out this free DVD of their horror host show. And speaking of horror hosts, I ended up picking up volume 2 of Midnight Mausoleum. I had volume 1 already. I bought off their website. And it was great to finally get to meet Robin and Marlena. They're awesome. You should check out their show for sure. This DVD also came with a collector's card, so that was pretty cool. Next up is a guy from Louisville who last year, you might remember at Scarefest, I traded him for a full-size skeleton. This time I traded for a lot of bugs and bats and things. He runs a place called Vault of Horror in Louisville, Kentucky. So if you're ever down there, stop into his store. It looks like he's got a real cool collection of stuff. My wife got these butterflies and moths and things, and that was really cool. It was great to trade with him. And I got to see my old friend Cap from visionstwisted.com, and he hooked me up with a Part 3 mask and a Freddy vs. Jason with all the damages on it. You can see lots and lots of damages there. And he also gave me a machete, which also has damages, and gore. And my good buddy Crater, who I mentioned before, was nice enough to give me this book of Boris Vallejo's artwork, who you may know him from the Conan book covers. If it wasn't Frazetta, it was Boris. So that was really cool of him. Thanks much. And the Dr. Tongue action figure. I love the paint job on this. It just looks so wet. And before I left, I picked up the Freddy vs. Jason board game, which is an absolutely horrible game. I don't recommend it to anyone, but the figures are pretty damn cool. I'm really happy to have these figures, so if you're into collectible mini figures, it's worth it. But if you're looking to play a game, forget about it. It's just absolutely garbage. We tried playing it when the power was out, and it was beyond boring. We played it twice, I think. And here's Crystal Skull. I've always been dying to try this vodka, and we end up at the liquor barn, and CK pointed at it, and I said, you know what, I gotta have that. So we picked it up. And here is my prized possession from this show, given to me by the creepy Kentuckian himself, Mountain Holler, only available in Eastern Kentucky at Walmart, baby. And that about does it for now. So until next time, stay creepy, and we'll see you soon.